Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'll be covering advanced rules. I have done a video on account structure configuration as a part 1. Please do watch that before watching this video. So let's understand what is account structure, what is advanced rules, and how do we configure advanced rules. So before getting started, let's quickly check into the existing account structure. So here I'll pick expense as an example. So my current account structure is for expense main accounts, cost center and department dimension have been linked. So let's just have a look. So for our main account 30,000 to 39, I think we have cost center and department dimensions which is currently active. So let's say this is an expense which is currently there. So let's take an example. Let's assume there's a main account between this account structure and I will name this as travel. So the requirement here is such that whenever I select a main account 32,000 which is my travel, let's say worker as a dimension needs to be populated. So let's say worker is my additional dimension. So here, if you observe the requirement, the 32,000 main account which I'm selecting is part of an existing account structure. So when we have a situation where I need to use a main account which is part of the existing account structure, but specifically for that one main account, I need additional dimension to come into picture. This is where we use advanced rules. So the advanced rules is always achieved with two steps. So step 1, this is where we configure the result. So when I say result, what is my expected result from this setup? Whenever we select the travel account, we need worker, that is the dimension to come into picture. So worker, now this is a dimension. So whenever we select main account 32,000, and the result, what the expected result is dimension worker should come into picture. So in the step 2, we define criteria. So here, let's say we define a criteria. What is the criteria? The main account and the number of the main account should be 32,000. So this is the criteria. And here we also link step 1. So this is how we configure advanced rules. So the expected result is configured in the step 1, that is my dimension worker should come into picture, and the criteria is that I need to select main account 32,000, and that is when the expected result should come into picture. So let's see how this is done in the system and let's look into the transaction. So let's get to the system. To do an account structure advanced rules, go to your general ledger, your chart of accounts, structures, and click on advanced rule structures. This is where we're going to create step 1. Click new, give a name. I will name it as travel. Give a description and click OK. So remember, in the step 1, we're going to add the expected result. So here, the expected result, if you see here, the result is worker dimension should come into picture. So let me select worker as a dimension, click add segment. So I'm adding worker here, and here you can either make it as a mandatory or use blank values allowed. So once this is created, activate. So let me activate. So once this is active, now let's go and create step 1. Remember, so let's create step 2. So if you see here, step 2 is where we create criteria. So here the criteria is we need to select main account 32,000. So let's go and create that. So go to create step 2, that is the criteria. Go to your general ledger, chart of accounts, structures, and go to configure account structures. Here, select the account structures for which we need to configure. Click demo expense, that is the one that I'm currently using. So here we need to go to advanced rules. Click on advanced rules. Here click new. So if you see here, it says that to create an advanced rules, the demo expense should be in the draft. So click yes. So it will automatically go to draft. So give a name for advanced rules. I'll name it as travel and click create. So once you give a name, this is where we add the criteria. Click add new criteria, and here you can see. So here in my step 2, my criteria is main account 32,000. If you see the option here, you get to see main account, and you can also see the dimension option. These are the dimension that is added as part of my expense account structure. So here I'm giving example of main account. In case if there is a value that you need to select within the existing dimension, then you can select dimension. So currently I want main account, so I'm selecting main account. In the operator, you can see multiple values. You can select the numbers between and includes, it's between, greater than. So you can make use of different options. So currently I'm selecting is, and in the value give the main account that needs to be selected. In my example, I need to select 32,000. So here I'm going to give value 32,000. As I said here, once you create a criteria, we need to link step 1. So to link a step 1, click add, and this is where the previously created in step 1 the advanced rules, which is travel, comes into picture. Select that and add. So once this is added, just close this and then activate the account structure. So click on activate. Activate. So the account structure, let me refresh. So the status is now active. So let's now go and post a transaction and see the effect. So let me go to journal entries. So go to your GL module, general ledger, journal entries, journals. So click new, select the journal name and go to lines. So here, let's say if you look at the main accounts here, so if you remember the rent, if I select rent, so there's a cost center and department comes into picture. So as my account structure, any main account I pick between 30,000 to 39, cost center and department should come into picture. And here you can see, as soon as I select a rent account, I can see cost center and department comes into picture. Additionally, so the 32,000 main account is between this. So when I select that travel, I can see cost center and department. Additionally, as per my advanced rules, when I select a travel account, the cost center, department plus a worker dimension should come into picture. And this is based on the advanced rules setup. Here you can see the cost center, which is mandatory, department is an optional, and you can see the worker comes into picture. So this is how you can control the posting based on the advanced rules. So let's just fill the value and post the transaction. On the offset, I'll select our main account here, cash. For cash I have a cost center, so enter the amount. Let's post this transaction. Once the transaction is posted, click voucher, and this is where you will be able to see, as soon as we select the travel, there is a dimension of cost center, department which is blank, and additionally we can see worker. This is how we can make use of the advanced rules. That's it for the video. Thank you.